All right, nobody panic. Nobody panic, but it's finally happening. I thought today I would sit down and talk to you guys about 2021, my goals for 2022, because I feel like a lot of people are going to be able to relate to this. Since the beginning of my channel, one of my biggest pet peeves when editing is my finger guns that I tend to do. I don't do this in real life. Do I do it on camera every single fucking time I sit down to film? Sure do. As you guys can tell from the title of the video, it's happening. I'm breaking up with Goodreads, finally and officially. And I wanted to talk about my plans on how I'm going to keep up with my reading, if I'm going to track my reading, how I'm going to track my reading, what my ratings are going to be, for many reasons. So part of the reason why I haven't been filming this year is because, you sit down to film for a booktube channel and you're like, bitch, what do you have to talk about? You have literally not read. I have read 44 books. I just filmed my top books of 2021 and my worst books of 2021, which, by the way, was such a short video. It went into one video. And also, I'm filming this the 3rd day of December because I guarantee I'm not going to finish anything else in the month of December. I have topped out on the books that I'm going to read this year. So I wanted to kind of clean slate go into 2022 because, like I said, every time I sat down to film on this channel, there was an intense amount of pressure to talk about books that I was reading. I went from reading like 150 books and seeing other people read like 300 books to some people still reading 300 books and me reading 44. And that being a lot for me. So I then was like, well, what the fuck do I have to film? No one wants to see my face. No one wants to just see what I'm doing, which leads me to a little bit of an announcement. I'm going to list it down below. But I started a new YouTube channel. I started doing a cleaning and lifestyle channel. You don't have to watch it. I don't really care. Some of you guys are really excited about it. So that's linked down below if you would like to check it out. But really, I need to get over my fear of failure, I guess. So today, now that I have finally filmed my top books, I am getting ready to delete my account. Here we go. We're doing it together. And then I'm going to talk to you guys about how I'm going to be tracking my reading, I guess. Delete. This will delete your account. The ratings and reviews you posted, your comments, writing, etc. will be removed from the site. Keep all my discussion posts anonymously for other members' sakes. No, delete. Oh, it's happening. Oh my God, it's done. I have deleted my Goodreads. Oh, I've had this account since God knows when. I feel good about it though. All right, moving on. So I want to talk about how I planned to track everything in 2022, if I plan to track things in 2022, and just generally how I plan on going through things. So I think the competitive nature of reading combined with my YouTube channel really made me struggle with reading. I read a lot of fucking books I didn't like. You'll see in my wrap up for the year. I read a lot of books I didn't like. I struggled through a lot of things because people said that they were good, that they were great, that they were just, series worth reading and authors worth reading. And then I found some really random gems that I fucking loved that no one ever talked about. And that is kind of how I used to do things. And it wasn't necessarily like I found them on Goodreads or, recommended that way. I would find them from Kindle Unlimited, or I would find them at the library, or, whatever. And I really want to get back to that this year. So I am going to be posting on Instagram and doing the whole this is what I'm reading kind of thing. But I just don't have this intense pressure this year or this coming year to perform in a way, or to necessarily have shit to talk about. Really, when I get down to it, I just want to talk about what I'm thinking, about what I'm reading. And I think removing that barrier for myself and not really feeling like I need to perform will actually in turn help me be able to read more. So how I intend to track my reading is just by writing it down. How weird is that? Just what I think of them, whether that be in a notebook, whether that be in my phone, whether that be whatever. But just talking about them with people. I will keep a running list throughout the year of the books that I've read and what I thought of them. I'm probably not going to be in any way, shape, or form really considering ratings. I might do the first gut reaction rating. I do use Storygraph. I'll leave a link to Storygraph down below if you guys don't know what it is, but it is fantastic. There are like different genres, and that's mostly the reason why I think I'll be using it, is just because I want to read more of different genres. That's one of my goals for 2022, is to read more nonfiction, to read more horror, to read more sci-fi, to read a little bit more out of the genres that I normally read, and that is why I'm going to be using Storygraph. Goodreads was not good to track for that, but Storygraph has been fantastic, and you can do like half ratings, and it's just, it's much more intuitive and I think convenient for my life to use Storygraph. But other than that, yeah, I'm just going to kind of be, you know, have like a running list on like a notepad somewhere of the books I read in 2022, or, you know, in my phone, books I read in 2022. But other than that, I could give a flying fuck less about it. And that, I think, like I said, is going to take a lot of pressure off of me and feeling like I need to perform. And it's going to make me want to come on here and talk to you about the trash that I read, or talk to you about the great fucking books that I read. It's just, the pressure, guys, the pressure. And I know people are like, my goal for 2022, I don't know why I sound like that. My goal for 2022 is to read this many books. My goal for 2022 is to fall back in love with reading, y'all. That is my only goal for 2022, to be able to use it once again as like an escape, to be able to, you know, be excited to come home and read a book, or to read a book on my lunch break. Like, now I just sit there on my lunch break and scroll through fucking TikTok, which is wonderful, but also like there are so many worlds that I don't get to experience because I'm not reading right now. So short and sweet, I guess this video will be. I just, honestly, when I was younger, I used to go to our school library and I would find a book and I'd be like, hey man, this book sounds cool, I'm gonna read it. And I had always read so fast that I don't think I ever really DNF'd books. That's something also that I'm gonna be bringing into 2022. I read entire series this year that just fucking, I hated them, and I kept going because I had this completionist, like I felt like I needed to finish to like perform in some way, because I was a gifted kid. And if you were a gifted kid like I was, you feel this intense need to like do well, perform well, to get everything done that you set out to get done. And I'm at fucking almost 32 years old. Like I literally don't give a shit anymore. I want to read what I want to read. Like right now, what am I currently reading? I am reading 50 Shades of Grey, because lol, why not? And then I'm reading The Whisper Man by Alex North. I have him sitting next to me. So that is what I'm currently reading, as well as Stephanie Garber's new book. I'm currently reading What Happened to You by Oprah. I'm just reading so much and so many different things right now, and from so many different genres, and just I'm fucking loving it. And I think the best part of it is that I don't feel pressure. I don't feel pressure to come home and read. I don't feel pressure to like make time to read. And I think, like I said, taking that pressure off is like making that time all on its own anyway. And it's really, really fucking refreshing. It's fantastic, and I am loving it. So that's my goal for 2022, is just to fall back in love with reading and make it enjoyable again for me, and to talk to you guys about what I'm reading, and talk to you about like what I'm thinking of things. And, you know, maybe I don't want to put so much emphasis on like reading the most popular books and whether or not I like them, or reading underrated books and, you know, how you should really be feeling about them, and authors you don't know about, and blah blah blah. I literally want to get back to the basics of just talking about whatever the fuck I'm reading. So if you agree with me, like this video. I don't know the best way to be like this video, subscribe. I literally hate that shit. So just assume that every time I upload a video, I'm saying that you should like this video. You should subscribe if you like to see my face, which I won't take it offensively if you don't, but that's gonna be it for this video. I don't even know how long it's gonna be. 8 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that. But we're back on YouTube, and we're being really fucking real and really fucking honest going into 2022, because life is too short for me to continue to try to be anybody but me. But I love you guys, and let me know down below like what one of your biggest reading goals in 2022 is, or even a life goal. Like my life goal is to be happier. Wow. But I love you guys a lot, and I will see you in my next video. I have no idea what that is, but it will be coming eventually.